afternoon, folks, and welcome to the Happy Hooker YouTube channel. This afternoon I'm back on Anglesey. Got another week's work to do down here, so I've come down a little bit early. This is a place I've never fished before, another place I've never fished before, but I'm going to give it a go because Lou the Destroyer was here the other day and he had half a dozen bass off it, so I'm going to try it. There's no bones about it. Might as well give it a go. It looks absolutely beautiful. It is on the Menai Strait. It's up towards, it's sort of between, what's it called, Beaumaris and Penmon Point. It's between the two. Got a couple of little dogs with me today. I can park the car right there, easy enough. I'm assuming, looking at that weed line, that's how high the water comes, which will be quite good. Now the tide is on its way out yet, so what I might do is I might go and have I might do a bit of drone with some ruins there and stuff, see what else we can see on the drone. But apart from that, it's early enough for me to have a couple of hours nap and then attack this later when the water gets back up towards the bottom of that shingle there. I don't know how far out it's going to go, but when it gets back up to the bottom of that shingle, I will start fishing, which I'm reckoning will be about 7 o'clock, maybe 8 o'clock. I'll get 2 hours up, 2 hours down, I would have thought. Let's give it a go. Let's have a whirl. Now, thank you to all the well-wishers for Kirsty. She's had the operation done, the cancer has been cut from her face. She's doing really well. I've looked after her to the best of my ability, that much so that she packed her bag and told me to get out for the week. I must have been doing her head in under her feet, eh? I'll get the drone up, let's have a look about, let's see what's near us. See you in a bit. Here is the jetty from the old flagstone quarry, which I will get to later. Let's go and have a look at the wreck of the dredger, the Hoveringham 2. It sank in 1971. It's a prominent feature on the water. Four of the crew were picked up by the lifeboat from Beaumaris. The remaining three abandoned ship as it started to capsize. Puffin Island and Penmon Point can be seen in the distance. Now let's go and have a nosy at Flagstaff Quarry. Flagstaff Quarry is an extensive limestone quarry dating back to the 16th century. It's believed that the limestone blocks used to make both bridges across the Menai Strait came from this quarry. It finally closed its doors in 1916 after 300 years of use. Well, it's nearly time to start fishing, so I've got the first rod set up. It's me Ped Tidal, solid carbon. Beautiful rod with the spin fisher. Now I have on here, this is the terminal tackle. I've got a weight just sliding onto my shock leader, down to a bead, a little swivel there, and I've got about, what's that? I've got about 1.5 foot, a 20-pound amnesia, down to a size 1's a mustard worm hook it is. Now, yesterday, Lou the Destroyer fished this mark, and he had 6 bass. I think 1 were in size and the other 5 were a bit just undersized. So I'm going to set the 2 rods up exactly the same. I'm going to put lugworm on one and ragworm on the other. And when this water comes in, there's probably another 3/4 of an hour for this water to come in. As soon as it comes in a bit, I'm going to give it a flick and see what we can do. Let's get ready. 1 more rod to set up. That only took me about 4 hours. See you in a bit. Right, oh sorry, I've got the light on. We're set and ready to go. The water's here at the bottom of the shingle. It's time. I've got a big fat juicy ragworm on the right hand rod, and I've got a big fat juicy lugworm on the left hand rod. I'm hoping that you can see them rods. Let me just light them up for you. Is that better? It's hard for me to look, and I think what I'll do is, I don't know what you were seeing. I'm assuming you can see the rods. Let me just try and go behind the camera, see if you can see the lights. Yeah, you can see them. Right, I'm going to get cast out. I've got to walk down the beach to start off with. Now, I would have got set up down the beach, but Lou yesterday said the water came right up to where my van is. And you can see that with the weed on the tide line. So I think it's walk down the beach to start with, cast in, and then just fish the tide up. Let's get on with it. Stop messing about. And that's it. We're chucked in. On the right hand rod, I've got that Achios reeler again. I can't afford a new reel at the minute, so I've been looking at some of the pen ones, but by the time it's got a short spool cast on it, so by the time I'd walk down the beach, cast in and walk back up here, it's spooled, so I can't cast that one as far. Not ideal, but it'll be all right. We'll manage. Oh, bing! See that? Have I got this torch on? Oh, we're all right. I don't know what got on there. That looked more like something that swam through the line, that. He did say, Lou, yesterday, that the second the water hit these pebbles, his rod started binging and bonging away. And then it died off as the water sort of got halfway up the pebbles. Now, whether that was because he weren't reaching the beach or not, I don't know. Yeah, it definitely looked like something had swam through the line rather than a bite that. More excitable! I better start that van. I'm going to have no battery left when I come to start it after, am I? Right, I'll bring you back in if something's happening. See you in a bit, guys. Well, there's nothing happening yet, guys. I've only been in about 5 minutes. Now, after my last couple of videos, what I did on... Where did I do them? I forgot. That little inland sea, on the inland sea. I've had a couple of little whinges. Not many, just a couple. People saying, I'm sick of showing these local marks up on YouTube and a bit of other things, and honestly, guys, I do not want to antagonise anybody or upset anybody. I just think that it's a well-known mark. If somebody said to me, I'm going to take you on a secret mark, don't tell anybody, then I wouldn't tell anybody. But a public mark that's very well known, and I just believe that it doesn't belong to anybody in particular, whether they're local boys or not local boys, and that's not against anybody. Nobody owns that water, and nobody owns them fish that are in it, so I don't see how anybody's got the right to say you can't fish my mark. If that makes any sense. I can't stand on that mark 24/7, can I? And neither can anybody else. So what they're trying to do is not let you go on it when they're not even there. Madness, absolute madness. Let's share alike, guys. Let's all be happy. No need for it. There's plenty of fish in that sea for everybody. Anybody that goes and takes the time and trouble to go out and have a bit of fun deserves the rewards for it. It's good for them. So let's not be peevish, guys, and let's not moan at me. I don't do things to be moaned at. Wind's over. I'll get back to me fishing and nothing's happening. Just brought the first bait back in, guys, and an absolutely clean burr hook. Whew, that's a walk and a half up and down that beach. Let's get it baited up, get it back out, and I better check that rod, don't I? Might get a fish eventually. Just brought the ragworm rod in. After I cast that one out, and exactly the same. Absolutely stripped clean, burr as the burr can be. It's looking like it might be a crab or two down there, eh? What I'll do is I'll only leave it 10 minutes this time. I left them ones about 20 minutes and came back burr. So, not going to catch any fish if there's no bait on the hooks, am I? Well, you never know. I am the happy hooker after all. I tried to catch fish in a dirty puddle. Doesn't always work, but I try it. Let's just hope someone goes bing bong boo any minute. Well, guys, the rods are still. Whose idea is to come here? Lou the Destroyer. You caught nothing really, you were just winding me up, weren't you? Not a single movement on these rods. I haven't checked the baits again yet. They've been in about 5 or 6 minutes since last time I put the camera on, but there's just nothing happening. That sea's on the gallop up these rocks though. So, and it's a good steep bank. No point me turning the camera around because you can't see. You will have seen it earlier. So I'm assuming that as the water gets up to the top of it, it's going to be quite deep out there. But as we all know, you don't need deep to catch bass. Probably need some bait on your hooks though. That usually helps. But you know something? I don't care. I've been stuck at home for 3 or 4 days. Longer. Sunday today now. I've been at home since Wednesday afternoon, so that must be some sort of world record for me. It's just nice to be out here. I haven't seen another living soul, not one. Nobody drove past, nothing. And it's nice. I'm just willing the rod to go bing bong boo, and it's not doing. Come on! Bingus the bong! I'm not known for my patience, am I? Set of clean hooks number 2. Must just be infested with crabs down there. This time I'll leave it 5 minutes and bring one in. See if it's been hammered. And if that's the case and they don't bugger off, it'll be me that buggers off. I don't fancy feeding the crabs all night. I could always go down to... No, I'm not doing that, too late, I've got work tomorrow. I was going to say I could always go down to the inland sea and fish there, but it's too late. Never mind. We'll just do some crab feeding for a bit longer. Right, I've had a thought. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a 2-hook flapper on, what I've found in my bag, in the thought that it might just keep it up off the bottom a bit. Hopefully that'll just keep it out of the way of the crabs. I might put the 2-hook flapper on and a little extension as well, an extra 12-inch extension or something, just to keep it up and up in the current. See if it makes any difference. I can put rag and lug on the same rig as well. So if I go in it, got to try it. Oh! Bloody hell. What was I saying? It's not there. Something swam through that then, didn't it? Always set your clutch, guys. Disaster. I've got a feeling something swam through that rather than something took it. You never know though, because for something to take it like that, surely it would have hooked itself. Try and get organised. Get that other rod back up. Now, was that a bite? Or was it something swimming through it? Something pulled it over, didn't it? I'm gonna go and investigate, am I? No point me reeling it in while you're on camera because the water's a bit far away, it'll take me ages. Let's go have a look, eh? Well, I haven't blanked, guys. That's what we're on it. Now, there's no way on this earth that is what pulled that rod over. But what I'm thinking is, and it is, it's full of teeth marks. Yeah, someone's had a grip of it, hasn't it? I'm wondering if that had hung itself and Mr. Kong had come along and got a grab of it. Or it could have been a big Bertie that grabbed it. We'll never know, will we? Quick! Get some more bait on, get it combed out! Fish number one! Right guys, after... oh, sorry. Turn this headlight off. After that revelation, I have now put the two-up flapper on. Let's see if that makes any difference. I've got ragworm on the bottom, lugworm on the top. How far's that water off? That's only there. I'll leave you on while I flick this out now. It's only there. I don't know if you can see me coming up and down that beach or not. I am here, what is? I'll only know when I watch the film back. Probably blinding you with the bloody headlight now. Well, let's see if that makes any difference, if that produces any bites. What we want to see is bing, bong, boom. Got to get this other one in there, check if I've got any bait left on it. If that makes a difference and that starts working, I'm not sure if I've got another two-up flapper with me. If I have, I shall put one on this rod. If it makes no difference whatsoever, I'll leave it as it is. Let's hope we get to see what did that great big pull, eh? What I should have done were kept that whiting alive. I've cobbed it out on the second rod, just so it's flapping about on the bottom. So you know, put a different rig on, cobbed it out on the second rod. See if something bigger comes and grabs it. But I didn't. Just had a couple of bing bong boos on that right hand rod with the two-up flapper on. They're only little tiny ones, but bing bong boo it was. It could have been crabs, but it looked a bit of a bigger bite than a crab, to be fair. As per usual, put the camera on, nothing. Ooh, it's getting me all excitable. Rod's starting to move. That's what we like. It's not doing it, is it? I'm not lying, honest. It did do it. Well guys, the fish in his pants. I was going to reel that rod in and have a look. It's been getting a few little tickles on it. There's either a pecker hung itself or it's been crabbed. And that feels like there's nothing on it at all. The sea's almost up to me now. So much so I don't even have to put a run down there. How far have I cast that? Two, spotlessly clean. What's the thing on? Look, absolutely cleaned out. It must be infested with crabs down there. Absolutely infested. I'm only going to have another couple of casts now. I'm not into crab feeding, but you never know. That rod went boing before, didn't it? So do you stick it out? I mean, these baits are getting left in literally 5 minutes. I'm coming back absolutely spotlessly up. So I don't know, he managed to catch 6 bass the other day. Yesterday, in fact. But it was a daytime session he did. Now, I wonder if there's not as many crabs at daytime as there is at night time. I don't know, I'm just thinking of every excuse in the book. Every single one. Rule bait. Try again. Well, the latest report is nothing. To be quite honest, I think I've had enough. There's just not enough happening to keep me interested. It's been crabberama. I'm not blind, I've had a pecker. The temperature's dropped right down now, it's getting a bit cold. I've got work tomorrow. It's now 11 o'clock. I'm not sure what time I is. Low was 6, so yeah, it'd be about midnight I would have thought. I half 11, somewhere around there. Guaranteed when I bring these rods back in, there won't be a strip of bait left on them. It feels like I'm peeing in the wind. If I could put a bait down, or I could present a bait without the crabs getting it and actually get some fish, be a different story, wouldn't it? But I can't, so it's not. But you know something? I don't care. Still had a lovely time. Beautiful scenery. I know I can't see it now, but I could earlier. It's all good. It's good for your soul, guys. Can't catch fish every time you go, can you? You can't expect your rods to go binging and bonging non-stop. Well, you can, but it doesn't. If you like the things that I do, please do press the like, subscribe, notification bell and share buttons. It doesn't cost you a single penny to press that subscribe button. So come on guys, please do. It really does help. It really, really does. It helps me out tremendously. And until next time, ta-da for now. Subscribe.